Hello there friends, Ken here and welcome back to Hearthstone for the final part in our adventure in One Night in Karazhan. That's right, after 4 weeks our night in Karazhan is finally coming to a close. So let's hop straight in. Last time we made it through the menagerie, we rescued all the beasts, and now finally we've made it to the Spire. So let's get in here. And let's try and rescue Medivh from wherever he may have gone.
At last, the top of the tower. Find the right portal and bring back Medivh.
Oh no, there's a ton of portals. Which is the right one? So, you remember at the very start, Prince Malchezaar took Medivh away in a portal and the tower's been going crazy. So we need to rescue him before the party starts. The guests are all here, they're all waiting to go. Perhaps the party's kicked off downstairs. We kind of calm things down on the lower floors, but we need to get Medivh back and get things under control before everything gets out of hand again.
Party guests in the master's chambers, keep out!
Oh no, he thinks we're just a guest. Ley lines. Both players have spell damage +3. That's a lot of spell damage. Okay. Well, I guess we go with the old tempo mage, maybe. Seeing as there's lots of nice little spells in there, I'm sure you could build a pretty nifty deck with this.
Jaina versus the Shade of Aran.
I'll teach you respect!
You asked for it.
You asked for teaching me respect, Shade of Aran. We'll hang on to these. They seem okay. Good, solid starts, I suppose. We'll see how things curve out. No spells though. Might be an issue.
Hello.
Out! Out!
Ah, the Forbidden Flame. I always forget how this works with spell damage.
My tower!
I think it does add 3 to whatever damage you were going to do.
The curmudgeonly ghost.
Ah, the Mirror Entity. Cheeky. We got options here. We could get the Mana Worm out, or we could get the Stork's Apprentice. Stork's Apprentice feels okay here.
Just like you.
There's no obvious...
I am not some simple jester. I am Nielas Aran!
He's very excitable, this chap. I am Nielas Aran. Oh, and he's got a coin. Uh-oh. A secret? Outrageous. For this 9 damage fireball. Disgusting. Right, let's play the Flame Waker, see if we get a Mirror Entity.
The Fire Lord.
No?
Me?
Flame Wreath.
Burn, you hooligans!
Wow. Okay. Right. That's a card worth bearing in mind. When an enemy attacks, deal 5 damage to all other enemies. Okay, so you have to be careful what you attack with. And it obviously hits us as well. That's not too much of an issue. Right, well, I guess we'll wait off there then. Wow. Another Flame Wreath? And now I want to test for it.
Me?
Okay, great. That's fine. Then, now do we want to go with the Fireball? Or do we want to go with the Flame Waker? I kind of want to go with the Flame Waker. Now we could cast like Arcane Missiles. This would be 9 damage here. Oh sorry, it wouldn't be 9 damage, it'd be 6 damage. We do 8 damage in total. That's okay.
Devoured the buffet, and now they're eyeing the Murlocs.
Uh-oh. Here comes some Arcane Missiles. Oof, the Frostbolt. That seems overly excessive. I mean, it got the job done, I suppose, but... Right, let's bang out a Spell Slinger, see what we get. Frostbolt, we could Frostbolt this chap. Does deal some damage. Gets another attack on our Mana Worm. I don't know that Shade of Aran will have a weapon, but you never be too careful. Oh, the Maelstrom Portal. Disgusting. Wow, this is really weird. I don't quite know what to make of this. I I guess we could almost just like throw spells at face and just have that work.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Go on then. Beautiful. So we got 9 damage here and then another 3 damage for 12 damage total. It's pretty solid. But I think if we wait off, because remember this will do 6 damage plus another 3, so this is basically almost a guaranteed win at this point. There we go, look at this. We attack here.
That's not a valid.
Oh yeah, it doesn't hit. I forgot it only hits minions. That's fine. We can still take out this chap if we want to. It's going to do plus 3 damage, so if we use this, it wouldn't have enough. So let's just bat this guy away. We'll still have the win if we get a fireball, so...
To the cold dark with you!
Ooh, the Ethereal Conjurer or the Arcane Intellect? I think the Ethereal Conjurer. We might find a fireball. Frostbolt. Fireland's Portal wins us the game. Frostbolt basically wins us the game though. So... Fireland's Portal's more fun though. But it's going to win us the game anyway, so... If it was going to last an extra turn, I'd be more inclined to go with that. But as it's probably not going to make a difference. We either lose this turn or we win. So... Well, we win. Fantastic. Man, that was a weird battle. I imagine that'd be real fun on Heroic. 3 spell damage is a lot of spell damage. That really swings some things.
Just in time.
Medivh's Valet. If you control a secret, deal 3 damage. This is a really cool spell. It wasn't very well used by Shade of Aran. Maybe shouldn't have thrown out those secrets quite as early as they did. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And the Spirit Claws. Kind of an underrated weapon, I think. This could actually see real good play in Arena. You know, 1 mana, 1/3 weapon is solid. That's basically... it's basically a Light's Justice. Almost as good as. And then you get the +2 attack when you've got spell damage. And bear in mind that you can get a spell damage 1 every 4 times using your totem. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. A 3/3 weapon. And even when it's a 1/3 weapon, it's not bad. It's still decent. You know, Light's Justice in Arena is a solid card. Right, well, we've made it in.
Netherspite rules all of Karazhan's portals. We'll need his control device.
I like that he's got a dragon looking after all the portals. Give your hero +3 attack this turn. Okay, so he's got like a permanent fiery war axe of sorts, I guess. Let's go back to the old druid. It's a nice deck I like to use as my sort of de facto go-to deck. Most of these challenges haven't been too hard. They haven't required too much tweaking. We did have that one that required a specific deck last time. But normally on the normal difficulty, they're not too challenging. So let's disturb Netherspite's research. Not a great draw, to be honest, but there we are. Ooh! Whoa, what's going on?
Those beams empower the dragon. Use minions to block them.
The character in the red beam has Wind Fury. The character in the blue beam only takes 1 damage at a... Oh, wow. Oh, this is a really cool... So I guess we put dudes on the right, then they'll only take 1 damage and they'll block this portal. We put dudes on the left. They'll have Wind Fury. That's really cool. That's a really cool mechanic. This is a really fun fight. Wow. I'm really interested to play this and also to watch other people play this. I've really enjoyed watching a lot of people play this. Let's get our 1 damage in, I suppose.
So many worlds, so much.
We're going to take 6 damage just for this. Look at that. It's pretty ruinous. What matters more, the Wind Fury or the 1 damage at a time? Probably the one damage at a time. is more useful to get in on first. Sadly, we've really not got much. We're going to have to play a tempo mind control tech.
My experiments.
But see, even with the Wind Fury, he can't actually kill this thing using his hero power.
The flux modulations are precisely tuned.
Just tell us which one has Medivh.
This is such a nifty mechanic. I'm really into this. Oh, he's gone up to 5. He's going to do it. He's got to go face, right? Yeah, it's going to really hurt us, but it's fine. We'll manage. So we could use the Maya Keeper this time. Get him over here. Or we could use the Cthulhu's Chosen and give it Wind Fury. He's just pinging it with Moonfires. It's a little drastic, I think. Let's get the Cthulhu's Chosen out because I kind of want to buff up Cthulhu so we can get our Klaxi Amberweaver out. There we go, blocking the portals. They really want something that can put out a lot of minions. Because the minions are going to get buffed anyway. Although at this rate, he's just going to kill our face before we actually have a chance to do anything. Wow! Wow! Alright. Arcane Missile Snipe. Disgusting. That's absolutely filthy. So if we put out the Beckoner of Evil, we'd have this next time. But we can do the 2 and the 4 next time. So I think maybe we should drop the Maya Keeper. We don't need the Mana Crystal. It's not going to affect the way we do next turn. Like, we wouldn't benefit from having 7 mana, really. Because we're more likely going to play the Beckoner rather than the Disciple. This guy's played almost no cards. He's just been...
Guests are tossing tomes into the mana pool.
His guests are causing havoc. Is this guy just going to keep going? Is that just his jam? Just go face, face, face. So we need some taunts. And because you can drop some taunts over on this side. Man, if only we had a nice taunt. That would be real handy right now. Beckoner of Evil. I guess we'll slam on... I mean, you know what? Maya Keeper has so much health. Klaxi Amberweaver has so much health. It doesn't really need to be on the side that only takes 1 damage at a time. Let's Wind Fury with this guy. And then drop Klaxi Amberweaver in there. I'm actually tempted to innovate out Shapeshift. Just to get a little bit more safety. But I think we'll pass for now. We'll take the risk. We've got to play to win, not play to survive. That's fine. Just the 3 damage to that. We might be okay. We might have salvaged this. We will need to armor up this turn if nothing else. Because we do need to... draw a card. So we've got 3. How are we on damage actually? Let's get our damage in first. Because we might have enough. You know what? We just might have enough. We've actually got a Wind Fury, so... Wow! That really swung all of a sudden. I guess that's what happens when you don't control minions. They just hit you in the face over and over again.
Just recall how this functions.
And here's the Netherspite Historian, very appropriate. If you're holding a dragon, discover another dragon. I really like this card. This card's going to be real cool. This might make Dragon Priest work a little bit better again, because Dragon Priest needed another 2-drop. This could be the thing, because like a 1/3 is okay. They use the Death Rattle, the one that discovers a Death Rattle card, which I think is also a 2-mana 1/3. This has a little bit more of a caveat, like holding a dragon, but discovering a dragon is very powerful. So, and then the Bookworm. Talking of dragons, if you're holding a dragon, destroy an enemy minion with 3 or less attack. Quite cool. I wonder. The problem I have with this is there's two triggers on it. You need to have a dragon, and the enemy has to have something with 3 or less attack. I don't know if having 2 triggers to just destroy a minion with 3 or less attack is worth the 6 mana, but maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. Anyway, we've put a stop to Netherspite, and now we can free Medivh.
Open the portal and let's get this party started.
Oh yeah, time to party. I guess we should play the mage. It's Medivh, isn't it? We should probably be a mage. It's only appropriate.
This is it.
I'm actually a little disappointed this doesn't involve playing as like a unique... Oh, whoa, hello.
Oops, wrong portal. Fight the orc so I can try again.
Uh-oh. We brought in Nazra. Nazra Wild Axe.
Versus Nazra!
Well, okay. Looks like we're going to have to deal with her.
For the horde.
You asked for it.
Right, let's get rid of this faceless summoner. Actually, let's get rid of all of these. Arcane Intellect's a late game card anyway. So what do you do, Nazra? Looks like a whirlwind effect, maybe.
Sorry. Take care of this one, and I'm sure I can find the right
Ah,
control.
summon a 3/2 orc. That's actually quite a good hero power. I mean, bear in mind that normally the paladin summons a 1/1 dude. Here, remember, of course, like hero powers are always worth less than 2 mana. They're worth maybe 1 mana. Like most hero powers are worth about half a mana, probably, and that works. Like if you think about almost all of them, like their value. But the point is that you can use them over and over again. They don't use up a card. So being able to summon a 3/2 warrior is pretty good. Only 15 health. I suspect we might have to fight a few more people. I suspect maybe we might have to go through a few of these wrong portals before we find the one with Medivh in it. So let's get a Cult Sorcerer out. What is this? A Fiery War Axe. Do we want to put a Cult Sorcerer up against a Fiery War Axe? I kind of don't. No, you know what? I'm going to hold off. Because it seems like they're going to use the War Axe on our face anyway. Yeah, there we go. Let them waste the axe on our face. Now we can Cult Sorcerer now. And then use this Forbidden Flame for 1/1. Get rid of the Orc. No Cthulhu in this deck, but that's fine. Another Fiery War Axe. Wow. Disgusting. Only 15 health though, so can't actually do too much with the axe.
So we may open another portal.
That's true, we don't want to take a risk of opening a second one. We can probably just get Nazra to attack our face. Ooh, the bash, getting some armor back. That's not ideal. But the axe is gone now, that's good. And if it's like the ones in the past, then when you fight the second portal, you'll still have your cards from the first one. Ooh, the Arcanite Reaper. Filthy. Wow, just going face. Nazra's not messing around. She knows where the trouble's coming from. Right, let's get stuff on board. There we go, build up a board presence. Scary, huh?
So many portals. I wonder what is in this one. Oh, that's the tentacle world.
Oh yeah.
Don't want that.
Oh yeah. The tentacle world. Tell me more about the tentacle world. Right, okay, now I suspect that as soon as we get into this, there's going to be more kicking off. So let's do this. Let's use the Spell Slinger, because hopefully these cards will get shuffled away anyway, so we'll get a free spell. I'm kind of gambling on how this will work. Oh, a Shadow Word Pain, that's probably quite handy. See, it ends our turn immediately, which I suspected it might.
Excellent. Now, Let's see if this one works.
Summon back to Karazhan.
Oh my gosh, it's Malkazar!
Party.
I mean, this is probably the right portal then, but...
A guest. Please take care of the demon, would you? I have a party to host.
Fine, Medivh.
Borrow my staff. It controls the portals. Just don't scratch it.
Oh, we've got Atiesh. Fantastic.
Out of my way, fool.
Oh, he's twisting Netherdus. Oh, what a dick. Alright. I should have seen that coming. But, Atiesh, after you cast a spell, summon a random minion of that cost. Lose 1 durability. So this is the card that you get when you summon... I think he is Medivh. Because I think the whole thing is like, hang on, there's now a card which is exactly the same character as a hero in the game. Whereas before, like, the closest we'd had was... Obviously, Anduin is a class. He's the priest class. And Varian is his dad is a card. But now we've just got a Medivh card. And when you summon Medivh for the mage, you get Atiesh. Which kind of works like a summoning stone. So, we'll get the Azure Drake out. And then we'll Arcane Intellect. 3 mana spell. We get ourselves a lovely 3 mana card. Tauren Warrior, not a bad pick. Bit of taunt.
Music. The Medivhs. The party. Tonight is my night.
I tell you what, he's got some pretty rockin' abs. You know, a real party boy.
I will enjoy watching you die.
You know, I'm not convinced that's your smartest move. He is summoning 6/6 Abyssals though. And bear in mind, we fought this guy at the start. And it was fine. Because when we fought him at the start of the adventure, we had... when we fought him at the start of the adventure, we were playing as Medivh. And Medivh was super overpowered. Now we're just playing as ourselves. So we can get 5 in here and the 2 damage. And then we've got the Shadow Word Pain. I think the Shadow Word Pain gets used on the 3/5. Nice little shielded mini-bot for our troubles. We're probably going to ping this. So then let's use the rest of our mana on the Ethereal Conjurer. In fact, I guess we don't need to ping this. No, I'd rather have 4 damage to face, actually. I was going to say this guy's going to die anyway, but I'd rather have 4 damage to face. Ooh. Echo of Medivh could be pretty good here. We're going to lose both of these, but we could get these 2 back. Vaporize could be pretty solid because he's putting out these big, powerful bazookas. Polymorph Boar, actually quite valuable as well. I'm going to take that. I know it's a bit of a weird pick, but I think actually, like, it's going to let us... bear in mind also it's a spell, will give us a 3 attack thing. But it'll let us get an extra 4 damage, or we can use it to kill something. Thankfully, Malkazar, only 2 cards in hand. Right, okay. We're in an okay position here. I'm feeling pretty confident. We got 4 mana. I'm going to use the 4 mana spell to summon a creature. We'll ping this guy out. And then we'll use our last 4 mana to play a Water Elemental. Feeling pretty good. We're going to have to fight 6/6s every turn, but we've got all these cards in hand. Malkazar's just drawing 1 card a turn. I'm feeling pretty confident. Alright, well, let's take you out. Let's discover a spell, see what we grab. Because that might change our plans. Ooh, Firelands Portal. Flame Strike, not too bad. Although, bear in mind, we're going to be facing 6/6s. So it's not quite as useful. I'm going to take the Firelands Portal. That would have been really nice to have when we had Atiesh left. And then... we've got 5 mana. So we could polymorph this and frostbolt it. That feels a little excessive to me. We're just going to freeze this guy up so he can't do too much. We should be in a pretty good spot here. 4 damage to 3 random enemies. Wow. That's real rude. feeling pretty good about where we're at. We've got 6, 8, 11 damage. 11 damage plus 5 makes 16.
I'll get you.
Weapons ready.
Little ping. And then... Get the hell out of my house, Malchezaar. Get the hell out of my house. We did it! Malchezaar's Imp. Whenever you discard a card, draw a card. It's party time. Ironforge Portal. Gain 4 armor. Summon a random 4-cost minion. You know, I'm interested in the Malchezaar's Imp. I think I really want to try out an actual discard lock deck. And I think, you know, as a 1-3, it's fine. It's cheap. And the fact that it's 1 mana is really good. Because you can play it out as part of a combo. You know, you play it and then you play your discard cards in the same turn. Ironforge Portal is fine. Gain 4 armor is not that good. It's okay in constructed. You know, it's fine in constructed. Because armor's always going to be really strong. You can always combo it with other stuff. Summon a random 4-cost minion. 4-cost minions I don't think are particularly exciting. So I'm not convinced by this. But you never know. You never know. With these portals, it's really going to take a lot of testing to see whether they're good or not. But that wraps up the Spire. And now, the Violet Illusionist. During your turn, your hero is immune. I love this card. Super love it, especially with cards like the new Fool's Bane, the warrior weapon that lets you attack any number of times in your turn. You can basically save 4 instances of damage. Obviously, it's also great if you want to throw one of into a fatigue deck, because you're only ever going to need one in your fatigue deck. Because if you get to fatigue, you've drawn through your entire deck anyway. But the theory being, once you run through your entire deck and then you drop the Violet Illusionist as people are going into fatigue, and then suddenly like their calculations are out of whack, they think that they've got enough turns to that you're going to draw and fatigue out to death before they do, and then suddenly you're not taking damage from fatigue anymore because of this Illusionist, and they don't have any removal because they're out of cards. You win the game. Prince Malchezaar, when the game starts, add 5 extra legendary minions to your deck. It's a 5 mana 5/6, which is good solid stats. Generally speaking, 5 random cards, even legendaries, is going to be disappointing. Because you know, cards you select for your deck are always going to be better than just random ones. And there's a lot of really weird, specific, slightly duff legendaries. You know, you don't necessarily want to get stuff like your Panda fella, or who's the 2/2, the 4/4, the 2 mana 4/4 dude, the mage guy. I can't think of anyone's names right now, but you don't want a lot of those weird specific minions. In Arena, I think it's okay because it's a 5 mana 5/6. Someone, I think it was on the Lightforge podcast, they said this would be better if it was a battle cry. I agree with that, because most of the low mana cost legendaries are kind of rubbish. And you don't necessarily, or they're the weird techie ones, you know, like Nat Pagel and Lorewalker Cho. That was the name I was trying to think of. So you don't necessarily want those. Whereas the late game legendaries are all pretty good as a general rule, or at least decent enough. So generally you'd want the legendaries added to your deck later in the game so that you don't draw them early on, because either they're going to be high mana ones which you can't use, or they're going to be low mana ones that are a bit weird and techie. But if you got it on turn 5, might be decent in the same way that, or you know, if you could play it late in the game, it kind of becomes a bit like Elise, where you're just shuffling in some random legendaries, and that's actually okay in the very late game. And then Medivh the Guardian, here he is. Get that Atiesh that we just saw in action. 8 mana 7/7. It's a slower tempo play, but if you've got the time to play this in like a late control versus control matchup, it's going to be phenomenal. You know, especially if you follow up with something like a Firelands Portal or a Pyroblast, you know. Sickening. And we unlock the Rogue and the Druid class challenges, and there we are. It's party time, baby. It's party time.
Did it? I can't believe the party started on time. Could you come back next week? It's Medivh's birthday and I need backup.
Hello, everyone's having a great time. Wait, they just let Malcazar DJ in the end. So they're like, alright, Malcazar, you fine. Look, if you behave, you can come along. But one peep out of you, you know, if you put the wrong record on, we are not going to be happy. Man, and that's it. That is one night in Karazhan. That was a great time. Like I said, it's actually pretty straightforward. We really didn't struggle with any of the encounters on normal. And, you know, it's normal. That's fine. But I do feel like the past adventures, they kind of really tested your mettle, even in the normal encounters towards the end. Like, some of them you really had to craft specific decks for. Don't feel like we were ever really pressured into doing that. The only fight we really did it for was this fella here. With a 10 mana start. But flavour wise, really good expansion, really enjoyed it. The cards you get from it I'm unsure about, we'll see. But there we are, that's going to do it for now. I will come back next time and finish off the class challenges. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to bop that like button and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more Hearthstone and plenty of other games as well, of course. Or just pop back whenever, and there'll always be some new videos on the way. I've been Ken. Thanks very much for joining me for one night in Karazhan. I hope you have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers!